Hello Sagittarius, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. I hope you're all doing well. So if you've been drawn to this particular reading, we're focusing on the Divine Masculine energy. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what that looks like. These are the 3 decks I'll be using this time. General advice as always, so please do keep that in mind throughout and take only the parts of it that make sense for you and release the rest. All right, so let's get started here, Sag, and see what you need to know. What is the message at the time that you're listening to this? Angels and spirit guides, please. For Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Could also be cross-watching for Sagittarius. What do we need to know when it comes to the Divine Masculine? Beautiful card. We've got Divine Partnership. Okay. We have a masculine here who's still feeling quite drawn to you, Divine Feminine. And of course, maybe you know that. Let's see what else we need to find out. So there is a strong pull that this masculine has towards you, whether you guys are together and going through stuff or in separation. What do we need to know when it comes to this connection for Sagittarius? We do have the manipulator. Okay, so some of you guys could have been dealing with a controlling masculine. You know, they always wanted to have the last word, always wanting to call the shots. Now, for some of you guys, maybe you feel like your masculine has been abusive, hopefully not physically. They could have been very manipulative. We also have temper tantrums when they don't get their way. So, you know, take that part of their personality and behavior away. And there are some good parts to this connection, but I feel this could have been very challenging. So let's go ahead and clarify and see how we can work through this. All right, I'll be pulling from my Valentine Connection Tarot with Valentine's Day fast approaching for Sagittarius. Not surprising, okay? Something fell apart here because of this type of behavior. So whatever foundation you guys had started to build, something crumbled, it fell apart. You guys needed to spend time apart, that's for sure. You know, after experiencing such devastation with the Tower, this makes sense to me that you need a break from that type of stress. You know, this is a resting card. This is recuperation from something like this. You know, maybe taking time for yourself to heal, to focus on you, taking time to be on your own. Just stepping away from the connection, especially in the 3D. I feel, Divine Feminine, even though you might not be with your masculine, there's still a lot that you're connecting with when it comes to this person. You know, there could be a lot of telepathic messages that you might feel you're receiving from your masculine. Or intuitively, you just know what's up when it comes to them. Let me grab another. And then we have the 9 of Cups. Okay, so this is a part of their energy. This is a part of their thoughts, Divine Feminine, that they're really wanting to be with you still. That's what they're focusing on, to be able to wish you back into their life. But of course, that requires you to be on board as well. It makes it a little bit more difficult when you're just completely not even thinking that way, or you could have already moved on. Either you're single and content, or you've moved on to another relationship. But we do have a masculine here letting you know that they still think about you and really wishing to reconnect. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some additional cards here. I'll be pulling from the Fire and Ice Lenormand. So this one's by Angelic Revelation 144. But yeah, there were definitely some red flags here, you know. And maybe you saw little glimpses here and there of them having a temper, or that they could be very controlling. You know, maybe in the beginning you overlooked that. But as more time unfolded, you saw that that's just a part of their behavior and personality. So what might have started off as amazing might have eventually felt like it was more of a toxic connection. All right, let's see what else we can get here. Well, here's our masculine, definitely coming through to let you know that they acknowledge the divine connection that they feel towards you. But look at the body language. It just so happens that we have this person looking down, you know, feeling remorseful, feeling regret, that type of energy. Let's see, let's grab another. Focusing on the masculine here. Engagement ring. I don't know what's up with this card, but it keeps popping up for some of the signs. And you guys are one of them. Engagement ring. That could, of course, represent an actual engagement, a proposal, or it's a part of what it is that they're wanting to manifest here. I'm also feeling if you guys live together, were engaged, were married, you know, from the outside world, perhaps everything looked fine, but behind closed doors, it could have been this, you know, where they were abusive, where they were manipulative, very controlling person. And something as beautiful as this type of commitment, they could have turned it into something, for lack of a better word, something ugly, you know. They wanted everybody to think, oh, you know, they're really committed to each other. But again, behind closed doors, it was a very different picture. Yeah. And then we have key, we have I love you. You know, they feel like you still hold the key to their heart. Synchronicity, signs, and fate. Maybe they're seeing some sort of sign, you know, based off of their past behaviors and actions. And it really needed them to acknowledge the role that they played and why things unfolded and played out the way it did. Because they're definitely responsible for that tower. Ooh, this is interesting, guys. 4 of Cups. And then we have the 2 of Swords. So if you relate to this particular reading, what I'm getting is we have a masculine who's feeling that it's too late to do anything about this, even though they still want you, even though they're coming through letting you know here that they love you, that they feel you're their ideal person, they're still wishing to be with you. This right here represents the stagnation that's amplified by the 2 of Swords, you know, so they feel like it's just stuck. It's not going to go anywhere. And maybe they're obsessing over the fact that they really messed up here. So a lot of regrets. So many regrets. Knight of Wands. Wow. Okay. So the Knight of Wands, action-oriented, adventurous, fearless, warm, energetic, charming, all of that, sexy, flirtatious. But the thing is, Knight of Wands can sometimes be non-committal. A lot of fun to be with, you know. Maybe you felt Divine Feminine that you guys were very compatible. Not to say that you weren't, but there's a part of them that had one foot out the door. One part of them that realizes, you know what, I'm not ready for this type of commitment. I'm not ready to be engaged. I'm not ready to get married. I'm not ready to settle down, that sort of thing. So they might have either broken things off or they might have done things to hurt you that created that tower. But here's the thing. Here is the thing. Let me move this over. This gets super interesting. Okay. Queen of Wands, right? So Divine Feminine, here you are. Look at the next card. We've got the King of Wands showing up. So divine counterparts right here. So part of the reason why things aren't moving could be because you have found your perfect match in somebody else. So this tower could have been a blessing in disguise. And now you've got this ex-partner from the past that has so many regrets, knowing that even if they were to try to reach out and reconnect with you, it's too late. It's too late. You know, it's stuck. It's not moving. This is stagnation. Because they wanted to play around. They wanted to mess around. And so Divine Feminine, if you've already moved on to somebody else that you really do feel is your perfect counterpart, good for you. You know, so this Tower, although painful, has turned out to be a blessing for some of you guys. Another interpretation of this could have been your masculine could have been initially this Knight of Wands, and maybe it has been a long time since you guys have even spoken or interacted, and now they've grown into this person, this King of Wands, who's ready to take action, to show you that they're worth your time, you know, that they are worth investing your heart in. It could be that as well. So it depends, Divine Feminine, on how you see that. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So there is something to manifest here for the two of you, those of you who want it anyway. Because it can represent security. It can represent marriage. It can represent a solid offer of stability and commitment. It can represent all of those things. So if that's what you're wanting, to reconnect with your masculine, despite having experienced Tower moments, it does seem that there is the opportunity to start again for those of you who want that. And for others, it seems that there's a lesson tied into this whole experience. You know, somebody that you once thought was your person maybe was there to teach you a lesson so that you can appreciate when you do find somebody who is your counterpart. If you have yet to find this type of connection, it's a part of your journey. Okay, but don't put your life on hold waiting for it to happen. It'll happen when the time is right. So it really does come down to divine timing. All right, guys, so I will leave that there. Hopefully, whatever scenario came through here, you were able to relate to it. And if you're interested in getting your own reading, that info is down below in the description box. I'll link all of the decks you see here as well. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in the next reading. Take care.